Hey everyone, it's KLD and this video is about Orchard Corsets, the CS-426 short with and without hip ties. First, I think I should have some sort of disclaimer. If you don't like corsets, if you don't like waist training, if you don't like tight lacing, if you don't like me, you can not watch this. It's not for you. This is not me encouraging people to wear corsets. This is not me encouraging anyone that hourglass shape is the ideal shape. In no way or shape or form is this video intended for that. I'm just reviewing two corsets, why I love them, why I might not love them, and that's about it. So again, if you don't dig the subject, just turn it off. So a while back I reached out to Orchard Corsets to see if they would like to collaborate with me. I've read and seen so many great reviews about them, but I was kind of hesitant to get one of their corsets because I'm used to wearing custom. And back when I first started wearing corsets, that was the only option really available when you wanted a quality corset for waist training or tight lacing. It's a custom corset. And customs usually, mine have ranged from $350 and up. So they're a bit pricey, and kind of the price range is a little bit unrealistic for novice corset wearers. So I was curious to see if I could fit into an Orchard corset. I should say that I want to give a big shout out and a big hug and love and kisses and everything to the ladies of Orchard Corset, especially Brittany. You're amazing. They're just completely incredible. Now let's get to the nitty-gritty of it. I've contacted them, and the response I got was overwhelming. I was excited, I was happy, I was everything you could ever think of in the positive spectrum, because I honestly didn't think they would want to collab with me. So we went through my measurements and the possibility that it might not work out for me only because of my unique dimensions. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm 4'11". I'm very, very short, really short. So when people meet me in person, they're like, what? I'm really tiny, and I have a tiny torso, and I have hips, and I have these guys. So it's a little bit difficult to find an off-the-rack corset for me. Usually when I have tried on off-the-rack corsets, they're way too long for me, especially in the back because of my booty. We went back and forth with fit and what could possibly work for me. And I finally got them in the mail. I got 4 corsets to try on because we didn't know what would work because of my dimensions. Mostly my hips. I have a very large hip spring, so compared to what I can cinch down to. So I received the CS-426 short, which I believe is a new style that they carry. And I received the CS-426 short with hip ties. I received both in both 18 and 16 inches because I fluctuate between those two sizes. And I have to say I was kind of taken aback by the quality of it. I don't know, when you think of a price point of $69 to $72 with corsets, you kind of have this idea you're going to be giving up on something. And when I received them, I was really surprised by the quality of it. I wish when I first started waist training, these were available back when, almost a decade ago, because my first corset I think was $396, I think. And granted, it was a custom, and I will say this, with a custom is definitely worth what you pay for, because that corset has lasted me for more than a decade, 1. And 2, you're paying for materials, you're supporting an artist, a designer, a small business, you're paying for their time and labor, you're paying for their knowledge and their years of experience. So not knocking custom corsets either, because they're important. and I love them, and I think you should support small businesses and small designers. But it would have been nice to have also the option of like, you know, do I wear my $390 corset today, or can I wear like my everyday corset that is around $72? Like, I wish I had that option. But now you guys have that option. So when I looked at the corsets, one, I knew right off the bat that the CS-426 wasn't gonna work for me, the short one. I knew it just because of my hips. Like, you know, like when you're shopping, you just like, you just know. And I was like, fuck, man, it's beautiful though. But then I saw the CS-426 with the hip ties, and I was like, maybe. And then I open it up, and again, I saw Lucy's tag in it, and I was like, if Lucy had like some part in this design, this is gonna be fucking good. It has to be fucking good. So I tried on the CS-426 with the hip ties. Gotta say, fucking love it. I do. I love it. I'm wearing it right now. Like, one of the things I really love about it is how it sits right here, and then it comes up. It's tall in the back to help with any kind of like spillage, but it's also, honestly, it reminds me of my first waist training corset, because my first waist training corset was like this conical like shape, and it was, again, like, I'm blown away by the quality of it. It locks and loads you, and one of the things I really love is that it has 24 flat and spiral steel bones all around. It has like the double boning, like 2 bone channels a space, 2 bone channels a space. That's something I always request in all my customs, because I feel like, I don't know, I always feel like that gives you the best fit. I mean, it might be in my head, but I personally feel like it gives you the best fit. So now let's take a closer look at the 2 different corsets and what they feature. So here you have the CS-426 short, the regular one. This one in particular has satin as its outer fabric, but it's 100% cotton. It's lined in cotton, and so is the modesty panel. It has 24 flat and spiral steel bones all around. It's made for a very curvy silhouette. It has 6 hidden garter tabs, which, you know, I love a good garter. It has the waist tape for reinforcement for enhancement in waist training. That's what like really locks you in. So here's the dimensions. It's 10.5 inches in the front center, 11.75 inches in the back, and 10.25 inches on the side. So that's what creates that like nice slope, and it helps with some, you know, chichitos in the back. So here we have the CS-426 with hip ties, just like the original. It has 24 flat and spiral steel bones all around. It has the waist tape for enhanced waist training. It also has the same dimensions, where it's 10.5 in the front, 11.75 in the back, and 10.25 inches on the side. But it has only 4 hidden garter tabs, but you know, 4 or 6, they're all fun anyways. And this is for like really a curvy silhouette, just like the CS-426 short. But this one fit me much better. Also, they come in a variety of sizes. I'm mind blown at the fact that A, price point, quality, and this comes in a 16 to 46, the CS-426 with the hip ties. The CS-426 short without the hip ties goes up to 40, I believe. Yeah, 16 to 40, and a variety of textile as well. Like, to have all those options at this price point is pretty amazing. Would I recommend this for waist training? Yeah, I would. Again, like I said, I wish I had this option 10 years ago. I mean, this corset reminds me of my first waist training corset, and that was like a really nice feeling, because I remember how excited and psyched I was when I got my first corset, and how difficult it was to find someone to make me a corset. in 16 or 18 inches and my measurements, because one, you have to try them on, and sometimes it's not going to work out. And what I love about Orchard is that you can order and there's a 30-day hassle-free return or exchange policy. And I think that's great, because I think it's really important to try on your corset and see how you feel in it. And I certainly love the CS426 short with the hip ties. I mean, it just like, it's really comfy. It's like a conical shape. I love it. I'm just like, honestly, I'm at a loss of words because I'm still blown away by the fact that it's only $72. Oh, and another thing, side note, as a drag queen for many years, because I am a drag queen, like, let's be real, I'm a drag queen. When you first start like doing performances or attending events and all of that, you always have to come up with costumes every single week, sometimes several days out of the week. And I love this price point because it gives me the option of buying a few of these corsets and turning them into something new. Like, for example, in this picture, I don't think you guys would have guessed that what I'm wearing is like a $12 shapewear thing that I bought and just sewn on applique. Like, and it turned into something completely new. Like, it doesn't look that way. And I feel like that's what you can do with this corset. You can buy some really beautiful applique and then, you know, line it up, sew it on, hand sew it, and it turns into something completely new and different. So overall, I love this corset. I think this design is really great. I was really blown away by the quality, by the price point, and by the fit of it. I did not anticipate it fitting me at all. I mean, I'm still in like the seasoning process, but I'm pretty blown away by it. It's pretty awesome. So that's my review of the CS426 short with and without the hip ties. I hope this has been helpful. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you feel about your personal take on this corset. Did you guys try it on? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Like, let me know. And like always, be loved, keep it weird. Peace.